Hi everybody, welcome back to Broken Sword Reforged. Last time we left off, we returned from Ireland, having found a Templar stronghold. We now need to return to the museum to steal some stuff. Musée Clune is where we're going. Because in Ireland, we found the gem. We found Pilgrim's gem. And the tripod it's supposed to sit on is in this museum here. So we've got to somehow find a way of getting the gem. Oh, it's Andre. Now
He was a thin-faced, pallid guy with a questionable taste in outlandish clothes. My mother used to dress like that.
So yeah, this is Andre Lebanon. This is the guy that Nicole was talking about. Let's go introduce ourselves, shall we? He's a bit of an arse.
I beg your pardon. Are you Andre Lobineau?
That's me. You want my autograph?
No. I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
Yeah.
My name is George Stobbart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
Yeah, he's a bit of a know-it-all. We're not going to show him the gem. Okay, let's talk about Montfaucon.
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure. It was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands. A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
That explains the image of the hanged man.
Yep.
I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn.
Lochmarn! That's where Pegram was digging.
Yeah.
That's right. He'd left the excavation before I arrived.
Yeah, Montfaucon is where they hung a lot of the Templars in 1309. Under orders of King Philip of France.
You know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
The second week of July?
Maybe. Yes, it was, just before Bastille Day.
So Pegram was in Paris at the same time as the other victims.
Pardon? Victims of what?
Nothing. Just thinking aloud.
It's all connected. Let's talk about
Where was
Montfaucon
the
more.
site of Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin, but there's nothing there now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
Right.
What can you tell me about Philippe le Bel?
He was responsible for the extermination of the Knights Templar.
Yeah, well,
I
him and the
know that,
Pope, yeah.
But why was Philip so hot to get rid of them?
He was a
Mostly
debt to them.
because he wanted to get his hands on their treasure. He had an enormous debt and a lifelong war with England to fund.
Yep.
The trouble was, the Templars were a highly respected holy order.
He accused them of heresy. He said they were Satan worshippers and they practiced all these dark rituals and stuff. And got them all done
If
for
the
heresy.
Templars were so powerful, how did this Philippe dude wipe them out?
By underhanded, dishonorable means, of course. The Pope was Clement V, a Frenchman.
French, huh? Handy for Philippe.
Yep.
Fate had nothing to do with it. He was Philippe's
Money!
puppet, planted to further his political ambitions. Philippe wanted the wealth of the Templars and used Clement to get it.
Yep.
So what was Philippe's plan? What happened?
Sealed orders were sent out all over France, not to be opened until the appointed day. That day was Friday, July 13th. That's the origin of our superstition regarding that date.
I was about to say
At
that.
dawn, throughout the whole of France, the Templars were arrested. It was the biggest bust in the history of the world.
It was indeed.
What happened to the Templars after their arrest?
They all went underground.
Philippe was out for blood.
Or they were killed.
So he handed the Templars over to the Inquisition. Not surprisingly, they confessed to a sensational and sordid list of blasphemies.
Like what?
Oh, the sort of things you read about in the gutter press. Devil worship, lewd sexual practices, spitting on the Holy Cross, that kind of thing.
Well, that must have given their lawyers some headaches.
They did have
Whether
lawyers.
or not the accusations were true, this was not good publicity. Most of the charges were probably cooked up, but so were the Templars, literally. Hundreds of them were found guilty of heresy and flamed grilled at the stake.
Yeah.
They died protesting their innocence.
Yes, they did.
But surely Philippe had no proof of his charges against the Templars.
You didn't need it.
A man will admit anything under torture. The Inquisition fabricated some nonsensical demon called Baphomet, and then suggested to the victims that this was what they worshipped.
But they didn't have to agree.
The records show a Templar coming to trial with both feet burnt off. Fragments of flesh and charred bone falling from the stumps.
It was a lovely time to live.
What would you not admit to stop such torment?
So there was no truth at all in the Baphomet accusations?
Not a shred. Almost every victim described the idol differently. No, Baphomet never existed outside the sick minds of the Inquisitors.
Wow. Getting a bit of a
So
history
Philippe
lesson.
stole the Templars' riches, huh?
Oh no, they weren't stupid.
Some of it he
The
did.
king's troops marched first on the temple in Paris, then to the Templar home port at La Rochelle. There was no trace of the treasure, and the fleet of the Knights Templar had set sail.
That they did. Okay. Now's a little bit of a history lesson on the Knights Templar, in case you didn't know. I played this game when I was younger, and it fascinated me, so I've done a lot
I'd
of...
like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy of the text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I was kind of hoping you'd help decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript? I'd love to see that for myself.
Yes, it does.
Can you tell me anything about the Knights Templar?
I sure can, Georgie. Soldiers, diplomats, mercenaries, monks, bankers, you name it, the Templars fit the bill. The greatest fighting force in Christendom, the militia of Christ.
Jeez.
Yep. They were basically founded to protect pilgrims on the way to the Holy Land.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah, not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. Maybe it was my imagination, but I noticed a predatory
Oh,
look
yeah.
in his eye. Suddenly, this friendly historian had turned into the big bad wolf.
Yep.
This friend, who has the manuscript,
Oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
she lives at 361 Rue Jarry.
Ah, I know it well. I'll drop by. Just as soon as I can.
Yeah, him and Nicole have a history.
Does
Okay.
this matchbook mean anything to you?
Halamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm not too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't know where Alamut is?
Positive.
Want to shake my hand?
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Andre.
Not now, Georgie.
It's worth a try.
How
Okay.
did the Templars get their name?
The Temple
From
Mount.
the building in which they set up their headquarters. The King of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. It was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon. The order became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and later as the Knights Templar.
You're a mine of information, Andre.
Glad to be of help, Georgie.
Okay, would you like to see some plaster?
Do you recognize this white powder, Andre?
It's not cocaine.
What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so.
Why not?
Did I show you this gem?
Yes, you did.
Okay, well.
What do you make of this ID card?
Nothing.
Have you
Does the
seen
guy
this
in this
man?
photograph look familiar to you?
Have you seen this boy?
No,
What does this tissue mean to you?
nothing.
Take a look at this nose, Labino.
It really doesn't interest me, Georgie.
Literally, you talk to him about anything other than history, and he literally is
What do you
interested.
make of this tool?
Interesting. Where did you get it?
From a dig in Paris.
Vraiment? I didn't realize there were any excavations in progress in the city.
Not that kind of dig. Okay, right.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
There was nothing in the urn.
So, I think the aim is to try and get the tripod.
Now, what did I tell you?
Was it you can touch all you want so long as your hands are clean?
Not quite, monsieur. It was do not touch, not ever.
Oh yeah, that was it.
We have to, like, distract him, I believe. Let's see what the hint system says. I returned from my Pigram's gem. What now? Nico thought that Inspector Rosso might know something new. Oh, okay. Inspector Rosso. Didn't think to go to the police station. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's what happens when I don't play it for a couple of days, you see.
Excuse me.
What do you want
I forget
now?
what Nico says.
Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Oh, he's in hospital.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I
Oh yeah,
see.
these two, yeah.
And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
Ah, so he knows of these two.
What are you going to do about Flap and Guido, Sergeant?
I'm going to bust them, monsieur. For years I have been hoping to pin something on that pair. Now's my chance. I'll show them. And the inspector.
Thanks, Sergeant. Thanks for taking me seriously.
I'm only doing my duty, monsieur.
And you thought he was going to laugh. Okay, let's...
See you later, Sergeant.
We know the hospital. So we need to go speak to Marquette now. I'm assuming is the hospital. Here we go. Gonna break into a hospital.
The old building managed to retain some of its original grandeur, but the modern additions look like a baseball cap on a statue of a medieval saint.
I mean, it's hospitals for you, right? Like coffee shops out the front, in front of an old building. Oh wow, look at this. This place looks so cool now.
Hi, my name's George Stobbart.
What is that noise?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my name.
My name's Benoit, but everyone calls me Bunny.
Bunny.
That's right. I used to have this cute habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit.
I'd say it's oversharing here. We're
Do
looking
you
for
know
Marquette.
anything about a patient named Marquet?
No, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure
Oh.
I'll get the hang of things.
He's a trainee.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. I've never seen him before.
See you later.
Right.
Okay, let's go speak to the receptionist. She might know a little bit more. God, what is that awful racket?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plans. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
We'll ask for Marquette.
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
No.
No, I'm conducting a private investigation.
Then I can't help you.
Right, okay. I was expecting that.
So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear.
Oh,
No one
okay.
gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
Let's shake my hand.
I'd like to shake you by the hand.
Don't be fresh, young man.
Okay, that didn't work. What about my pass?
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin.
Yeah.
Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was
Yeah.
on Ward B12, as I recall.
Right.
Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh, dear. He's on Ward J2. That's... Nurse Grendel's ward.
Oh, who's Nurse Grendel?
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping
Oh.
a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock, alarm pause. 6:10, bowel movement, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
Okay, let's learn a bit more about her if we're
If
going to have
Nurse
to go in.
Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
Oh, you mean she's been here a long time?
No, I mean there's not a man in this clinic who hasn't sprawled out on her.
Oh.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous. With a big green capital
Oh,
J.
yes.
How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna.
What?
And turn left at the end. That's J2.
In a hospital?
And good luck.
Right.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Well, we're in. But we need to ask everybody to shake our hand.
Hey, Benoit.
Very important. Shake my hand, Benoit.
There's no need to shout. What do you want?
Shake my hand.
Shake my hand, Benoit.
I don't think that's a good idea, sir.
How come?
Dermatitis.
I don't have dermatitis.
I do.
Oh. Okay, so let's go about Nurse
Do you know
Grendel.
the nurse on Ward J2?
No, miss. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean I'd get my hands dirty with a nurse.
No, I didn't think you'd
See you
think that
later.
at all, Benoit. Okay, let's talk to this guy.
Hi, my name's George Stobbart.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
Would you like to shake my hand?
May I have the honor of shaking you by the hand?
You may not. I don't encourage physical contact between my staff.
Oh yeah, it's a hospital. Show the pass.
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, it does not.
Would you like some cocaine? I mean, plaster of
Does
Paris.
this white powder mean anything to you?
No, sir. I do not pretend to know the pharmacist's job.
Have you seen this
Do you
man?
recognize the man in this photograph?
No, sir. I do not.
Well, this guy's going to be next to useless. Show the tissue.
What do you make of this tissue, sir?
Interesting. I thought I knew the ins and outs of the human body, but this has me beat. If I were you, I'd have this sample analyzed.
Right.
Thanks for your help.
Okay, well, we're in now anyway. Let's just head down and go see if we can find Marquette. It's going to be down a few minutes later. It's going to take us a while to get down with all the executive... Oh. No? This way? Yeah, here we go.
As
Oh,
I
there-
turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
Hey, janitor. How's it going? Can you shut that thing up? Please?
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
That's not very nice,
It's
George.
the deal.
Yeah, he's not going to hear a word I said.
Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
It was a life-sized marble figure of a guy in robes. The sculptor had tried to give him a look of paternal authority and concern. In my mind, he looked just plain constipated. There was no way I could improve on the sculpture with the janitor watching me.
Okay, let's like go and unplug it. Oh no, what a shame.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine
Oh,
coughed,
sweet relief.
sputtered, and died.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
Oh, he's going to go plug it back in. Okay, we've got a chance to go get in the cupboard. Quick! Quick, George! George, run! Quick! Aha! Now we're a doctor.
Dr. Stobbart at your service.
Ah, it's so annoying. Okay, now we've got a doctor's outfit. I remember having to collect that. I think Nurse Grendel will actually let us on the ward now. Potentially. No. Okay, let's ask him where Nurse Grendel's ward is. He might be able to tell me.
Oh, hi. No whistling, right?
Right.
Nurse
Do
Grendel.
you know a nurse called Grendel?
Sure I do.
Is she on duty today?
Yeah. End of the corridor, Ward J2.
Thank you. Can you shut this thing up?
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Oh, it's loud.
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
It's dulled his
I asked you
brain.
not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah,
Mr.
Shiny.
Mr. Shiny.
It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you?
Yes.
No,
I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind my back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull through.
whatever you've got with this metal mopfoot is probably a fine and noble thing.
Sure.
It is. Say, it's not every day I meet someone as crazy as me.
I'll shake my hand.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not until I'm washed, if you don't mind, sir. You can pick up all kinds of things in a hospital.
He's right.
Like nurses, right?
No, sir. Bugs and germs. And fungal infections.
Ugh.
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
I wonder why.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the quarters?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
Oppressors?
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
Okay.
See you later.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can actually get to the ward now. Yeah! Oh! Oh! Oh, sweet relief! Oh, sweet relief.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. Well, who's first?
Monsieur Croquet in bed 2.
What's his problem?
He's been complaining of loss of consciousness. You'll need this, Doctor.
Right.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks.
Ooh, Georgie.
Hi, I'm Dr. Stobbart.
Hello, Doctor.
The nurse told me you keep losing consciousness.
That's right. I've had the problem as long as I can remember. It's a real out-of-body experience. Like death, but not so conclusive.
I
Right.
see. How long does it last?
Just a fraction of a second, and then I recover.
I might not have been a doctor, but I was formulating a diagnosis all the same.
He's blinking.
This guy was nuts.
Every time he
I know
blinks.
exactly what you mean. It's known in the medical field as blinking.
Is it serious?
Of course it isn't serious. It's perfectly natural.
But just think, 2 seconds every minute? Why, that's almost half an hour every day. 2 weeks out of every year spent in total darkness.
What about the time
I
you're
don't have
sleeping?
time to listen to this baloney.
Okay, let's take his blood pressure. That's what this is for.
Do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No, I don't.
I thought about giving him an electric shock,
Yeah, probably best
but I
not.
just couldn't do that to a sick guy.
That's fair.
Which bed is Marquet in?
Yeah, he's round the corner, in solitary.
What's the matter with
Ah.
I don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves. Hey, you're a doctor. How come you don't know?
it? We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
Ego.
Has Marquet had any visitors?
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in hospital. You feel like the rest of the world has abandoned you.
Oh,
Well,
poor guy.
You know how it is. Life goes on.
Poor guy.
Thanks for those comforting words.
Okay, I don't think this guy's going to know anything.
Well, goodbye and good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
Okay, let's talk to this guy. What about this patient here? Oh, he looks like he's asleep. Wait a minute. Look at the medical charts.
The poor guy's temperature had been up and down like a white knuckle ride. No wonder he looked so sick.
Oh, I know that. I had a fever last week as well, mate. I feel sorry for him. So, nothing we can do about this guy.
Now, I was no doctor, but this guy looked dead to me.
We're just a pretend doctor.
The graph showed a steady decline in his pulse rate and an increase in his blood pressure. It kind of shook me to see this guy's life reduced to a few jagged lines.
Let's check his blood pressure, shall we? Oh, can we not actually... Can't check his blood pressure. Right. Check this guy out.
His temperature was normal, with little fluctuation either way.
We'll chat with him, shall we?
Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobbart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Impersonating
Dr.
a
Monroe
doctor.
said there was no cure for what I've got.
Oh,
Your
right.
problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
Yep.
You
Same,
better believe it.
same degree as Dr. Pepper. Aha.
What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
But I've been here for 3 months.
3 months?
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I have no complaints.
That's fair.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
She doesn't seem like a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
Unruly patience. Right.
I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job.
Okay. Shake my hand?
I thought about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't do that to a sick guy.
Okay. Probably not a great deal we could do.
See you later.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
What's his problem?
He's delirious. He just now came out of theater. He's recovering from major surgery.
Oh.
I'll have him up and about before you can say, Lazarus, get out of your bed and walk.
We're going to go talk to him again now. Should have talked to her before.
Hi, it's me again. Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
I'm not really a nightclub man, Doctor. A game of whist and a glass of ginger wine is about my limit.
Alright, fair enough.
See you later.
Okay. Now, can we go talk to Marquette?
Doctor?
What is it now, nurse?
Number 2 again. He won't tell me what he wants. He says he'll only talk to a man.
Do I have to? That guy's nuts.
Doctor, I'm surprised at you.
So he's
There's
a
no way to
sexist.
talk about our clients.
Okay, I'll see him. But I'm telling you, he's a hypochondriac.
I think he might be. But still, treat him with a bit of respect, George.
Hello again.
Okay.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Nah, Doctor. Who is it?
A cold-blooded killer.
One of your colleagues?
Yeah.
He really is a murderer.
I've never seen him before.
Okay.
Well,
Thanks.
Let's try and go see Marquette and see... I think we might have to, like, distract Nurse Grendel.
Doctor,
what is it?
you haven't taken my blood pressure.
Oh, dear God. Okay. We actually have to be a doctor now. There we go.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
Okay, now let's go and try and see Marquette. Oh, apparently it's just to go that way, but let's go talk. Oh my god.
Doctor,
What now?
you didn't finish taking my blood pressure.
Okay, so we're going to have to try and find out how to do blood pressure properly.
Okay, let's try again.
Because he's not going to let us pass otherwise, I don't think.
You don't have the first idea what you're doing, do you?
None
I'll
whatsoever.
come back when you've recovered your manners.
None whatsoever. Okay. Yes, the game was telling me to go this way, so let's go this way, shall we? Oh, God!
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, here we go.
You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bernie, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I
Ah.
trust you to look after him?
Do your own babysitting, Gramps. Who do you think you are, anyhow?
I am Felix Hagenmeyer.
He's offered to me.
And may I say what an honor it is to meet you in person, sir. You are on my medical wall of fame. Right up there with Pasteur and Leary. I look on it as a privilege, no, an honor,
Oh, dear.
to look after your nephew, sir.
Right.
He is fresh out of medical school. It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
Cool, I'll go
How's
find
that?
one.
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
Okay. Right,
So long,
Benoit.
Hagenmeyer. Hey, Benoit.
You're following me,
There's
my
no
friend.
need to shout. What do you want?
Right.
Forget-
You coming with me? Yeah, he's coming with me. Come on then, Benny. Let's go use you as a distraction. Oh, we skipped the grinding noise. Nice and quiet in here.
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oh, oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Why?
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeyer. All
Oh.
I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
Yeah. Have you seen a clown?
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the last 2 months.
Okay.
What is this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure, doctor.
Yeah, I knew that. Have you seen this man?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Would you like to shake hands with me?
Well,
No, it's okay. Forget it.
She'll
I
deck
didn't
you.
really want to use it on her anyway.
She'll deck you, George.
What's wrong with Boissy?
he was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly
Oh.
stunt involving a unicycle.
Oh, okay.
His current condition is due to post-traumatic shock. It's unlikely he'll ever perform as a clown again.
Shucks.
It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good.
Okay.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
She seems quite pleasant. Right. Come on, Benny.
Hi, it's me again. See you later.
Okay,
Hey,
Benny.
Benoit.
Keep him distracted, would you?
Yes, sir?
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something. Are you ready with that pressure gauge?
Primed and ready to pump, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Yeah, this guy.
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
Right, now we can get through. Hey, Mr. Policeman.
I'm Dr. Stobbart.
Bonjour, doctor.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, doc. Right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you.
Why?
He has anthrax.
That's not contagious. It's just a poisoning.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You seen any dodgy
Have you
people?
seen any suspicious characters on the
Apart
ward?
from me, obviously.
Yeah, I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
No, this was a tatty old bear.
How is the bear acting suspiciously?
Well, he was wearing a homburg.
Is that against the law?
No, but it's pretty weird for a bear.
I mean,
Don't you think it's possible that the bear was a man in disguise?
Well, obviously, I'm not completely stupid. But who would go to the bother of disguising
killer?
himself as a bear? It's not as if he'd blend in with the surroundings.
a killer.
I checked with base to see if any bears had been reported missing from the zoo or a traveling circus. They told me to sit tight until reinforcements arrive. I guess they're right. I'd be stupid to tackle a bear single-handed.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I have never seen him before.
Okay.
Are you Thomas Merlin of Gruber Electronics?
No?
Then you won't be needing this.
Okay.
Catch you later, officer.
Au revoir. If you see that bear, kick him in the nuts.
All right, I will.
Rather you than me, pal.
Okay, we're going in. We're in. Hello, Mr. Marquet. Okay, here we go.
Marquet?
Yes, I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
He thinks I'm the killer.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lamar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassin.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grand Master.
Wait.
Quickly. Tell him that I have found the tripod. Right here in Paris.
What, you have it?
Wait, so...
Not yet, but it's being taken care of. I hired
Oh, Flap and Guido.
with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You know them?
Yeah.
We've met. What about the Hashashin?
Is more likely to have followed Klausner. He'll stop at nothing to prevent the reforging of the sword.
And that's bad, is it?
As for Klausner, he is gone off to Syria on a wild goose chase.
Okay, lot to unpack here.
Peace in Syria?
He has a theory about the location of the
Uh-oh, who's this guy?
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that.
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
This guy's a killer, right?
Oh, there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
That's not a doctor! That's not a doctor! He's less of a doctor than I am.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter!
Shit!
The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Stand back, monsieur.
Oh, he's dead. And he's gone out the window. Oh, that's loud. Oh dear. Oh, thank God that was so loud. Holy shit.
I found Jacques Marquet.
Anyway.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Then he was
Yeah,
murdered.
Killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a
I
dying
know,
man?
honestly. Who would
Was
do
it
that?
Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan.
No.
He got away, out the window.
But we recognise the guy. The Hashashin.
Have you ever heard of the Hashiashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again. Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
No.
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves.
Yeah, it's true. Do you want me to take your blood
Can
pressure?
you think of any use for this?
That's a thing for measuring blood pressure, isn't it? What are you doing with that?
I picked it up in the hospital. It could be useful.
You ought to take it back. Don't you feel guilty?
No.
No.
No. Okay, right. So yeah, he was talking
I
about
guess
the...
I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rosso or Sergeant Moo? Oh, but you're referring to Andre.
Andre.
I'll let you work it out.
So yeah, a Flapper Guido are going to try and steal the tripod, but we need to stop them. So now we head to the museum. So I was kind of right at the beginning that we need to go to the museum for the tripod. What I wasn't right about was the order he had to do it in. So...
You have left it very late, monsieur.
Late for what?
Anything? I am closing the museum soon. You wouldn't like to get locked in. I can tell you. Not in this gallery.
Why not?
It is haunted, monsieur.
Okay.
You don't believe in ghosts, surely.
Oh, yes, I do. 7 years ago, a lad managed to hide in here. He'd made a bet with his friends, I suppose. When I found him in the morning, he was cold as ice and stiff as a board.
Well, what was the cause of death?
They said it was a brain tumor. But on his face was a look of stark, desperate terror such as I have never seen before.
Scary.
Alright. Cool.
Forget it.
Right. So yeah, someone's going to come and steal the tripod. We need to
Hi, Andre.
let Andre know.
Hello, Georgie.
Yeah, here we go.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the
So
Crusade.
yeah, they would be enemy of the
At
Templars.
roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language, Assassini, the assassins.
Aha!
How did
Makes
the
sense.
assassins get their name?
From the legends surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool.
Right.
You have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs.
Right.
A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
Right, okay.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause.
Sounds
They'd
like
be instructed
Assassin's
in the use
Creed.
of the dagger, poisons, and
Obviously this was
disguise.
before.
Then the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
Okay, tripod.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place?
Yep.
I heard them planning the raid.
They're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
I get your point.
Right. I take your blood
Do
pressure.
you have any use for this, Andre?
Shouldn't think so, Georgie.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Okay. Should we let the guard know
Pardon
about...
me. Oui, monsieur?
Direct blood pressure
Does
take?
this apparatus mean anything to you?
Non, monsieur.
Okay.
Thanks for your help. The case contained the tripod shown on the manuscript.
Watch out! You will have that done on top of us!
I think that's the point, right? Maybe we need to finish asking him about the Templars?
Hi, Andre.
Hello.
How come the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant stream of new recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience. So, their money, goods, and lands were donated to the order. The
Right.
Templars soon held land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
Right, okay.
Yo.
This isn't helping with the tripod, is it?
A metal rod attached to the wall was connected to the window. A metal rod.
Okay, maybe we have to just wait for this guy to... Okay, he's looking the wrong way now. We
The
have another one.
rod turned smoothly, and the window above me opened.
Ah. Now hide! Hide, George, hide! Okay. We did it!
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, monsieur.
Okay, I think we did it. Yeah, okay, we're hitting the sarcophagus. Uh-oh. Careful.
Hey, Guido! Look at this!
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight.
I think we ought to push the totem pole on him.
What the... Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
Cat burglar.
When I woke up, I was at the police station.
Made a hash of that.
Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor George.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
It was Nicole! Ta-da!
It was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime
Catwoman!
Don't sulk, Georgie, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased. After all, we've got the tripod.
I was bait.
Aren't you going to try putting the gem on the tripod?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I guess so.
We need to see where we have to go next, I guess.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
The gem fits perfectly, but what does that prove?
Stuff it in your pocket, George.
Maybe the tripod has to be in a certain location.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate where, though, is there?
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the Knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bear that crest.
I sure hope so.
Okay.
Lobineau explained who the Hashashin were.
Yeah?
The cult of the assassins.
Yep.
Oh, boy!
Assassins versus Templars. Okay, let's look at the manuscript.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
Okay, I don't think we're going to learn anything else. Maybe we have to go talk to Andre at the...
What do you think the purpose of this tripod is?
On the manuscript, the gem is shown mounted on top of it.
So, we risked a criminal charge to steal a display stand?
Don't ask me. Maybe it's intended to hold the gem in a specific position.
Okay, I think we have to go to Montfaucon.
I have to go.
Already? You only just arrived.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Yeah, I think we have to go talk to Andre at the museum. Okay, well we got the tripod at least. Saved by surprise cat burglar. Okay. Let's go see the aftermath of the of the break-in. Oh, they fixed it! And the totem pole. Okay, hi Andre.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie. What's with the long face?
Haven't you heard? The tripod was stolen.
No kidding.
I just don't get it. So many other treasures, and the thieves choose the tripod.
A modern-day alchemist, perhaps?
Who knows? There's no shortage of crazies in Paris.
Mm.
Hey, I visited Nicole's apartment.
Yeah, she told me you came by.
Ooh, quite a fine Georgie boy. I didn't expect anything quite so sexy.
I hope you're referring to the manuscript.
Oui, of course.
He's very creepy. Okay.
What did you make of the manuscript?
It dates from the time of the Crusades.
We guessed that from the Templar seal.
It's a story and pictures like a modern-day comic book.
Right.
What story does the manuscript tell?
I don't know. It was probably produced for the tourist market.
Tourists?
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries. Ever since Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
Okay, but
Have you deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
we need to know the family.
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference to Mithras,
Who's he?
a Persian god, almost as popular as Christ at one time. The only thing I can be sure of is the knight. He's Spanish.
Oh.
How can you tell that?
The
Spain.
writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria. No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have borne a coat of arms like that.
Ah.
Can you identify the knight's coat of arms?
I already did, Georgie. He's a member of the De Vasconcelos family from the Costa Calida.
Were they famous?
No, they're not mentioned after the 15th century.
Oh.
The spotlight of history moved on. They're probably long dead.
Okay.
Do you think the manuscript could be the map to the Templar treasure?
Frankly, no. That's too far-fetched. The manuscript is interesting enough and a rare find, but that's all.
Wouldn't it be terrific if it was a map, though?
Hmm.
The treasure of the Knights Templar.
A romantic notion, Georgie, but extremely improbable.
Yeah. Okay, right. We're not going to show him the tripod.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
So, I think we have to head to Spain now. If I'm correct. Yeah, Villa de Vasconcelos. Here it is. Hello, friend.
Hi. Is this the De Vasconcelos house?
Who wants to know?
I could tell the old coot was going to be trouble. My name's George Stobbart. I was wondering whether...
The house is not open to the public.
This is the De Vasconcelos house.
And what business is that of yours, senor?
Look, all I want is to speak to the head of the household.
There is no household. Only the Countess and myself.
Okay, we want to speak to the Countess then, please.
Tell me about the Countess de Vasconcelos.
She doesn't receive guests. That's all you need to know.
You don't even know what I have to talk to her about.
She hasn't won the lottery, has she?
No.
No, she hasn't won the lottery.
A more cunning man might have claimed that she had.
Oh, yeah? They might have, might they?
And that more cunning man would have been kicked off the premises.
Yep.
The Countess doesn't do the lottery.
Right. So, but I'm an honest man. So.
What do you know about the Templars?
Who wants to know?
Are you angling for a bribe or something?
You have nothing that I want, senor, except the pleasure of your absence.
The guy was obviously protecting the Countess against the whole world. But why? What do you think of this tripod?
I think nothing of it.
Would you like your blood pressure taken?
What do you make of this?
So that's it. You're a salesman.
If I was hawking medical supplies, I can think of better places to hawk them.
Yeah. What about this?
This lab pass mean anything to you?
Nothing.
Would you like some
Have
plaster?
you got any use for a fistful of plaster?
No.
Would you like a gem?
See this gem? Men have died for it.
Do I look as if I care?
I mean, fair.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
I don't smoke.
There's no matches in it. Shake my hand, then.
Would you like to shake hands?
I do not think so, senor.
Do you recognize this man?
No.
Would you like my dirty tissue?
Look at this tissue.
It's a tissue with some greasy muck on it.
Yes, that's right. I don't suppose this red nose means anything to you, does it?
Ah! El Flojo!
El who?
El Flojo!
Yeah, he
He
just
is a
spat,
clown
yeah.
on state television.
Oh. Is he any good?
He is as funny as scabies. Without the laugh.
Okay. Would you like my manhole?
Do you know
opener?
what this is?
See, I have a similar tool for opening culverts on the estate.
Okay. Well, I'll see you around.
Adios.
Okay. Well, we got nothing useful out of that guy. Guess we could try and walk in. I don't think he's going to let us. Let's just try. Oh, I can see the hose goes through here.
Hey, you.
Yeah? What is it?
You would not like it if people just wandered into your home, would you?
Let's go,
Well,
let's go knock on the
No,
door.
I guess not.
Then show a little consideration.
Okay. Sorry.
Right, we're going to have to find a way to distract him. Let's snip the hose.
I didn't like the idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone.
Oh, can we use the blood pressure monitor on it? Like, squeeze it to tighten it up. Yeah, there we go. And now he's going to be like, what the hell's happened to my hose? And we can just run in the house.
My hose has stopped.
Yeah.
See, my hose never stops.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. It's always sad when an old tradition comes to an end.
Did you have anything to do with it?
Ah,
See,
not me.
You.
Well, I'm shocked. I'm mortified. How could you think such a thing?
Very easily, senor. Very easily.
This guy's
I'm
paranoid.
going to find out why my hose has stopped. And that means going into the house. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house. If you
Sure.
do go in the house, I will set the dogs on you.
Right. Well, we're going into the house, so... We're going in the house. Let's deal with him. I'm sure they... Ooh, let's hide in here. If we try and go up the stairs, he'll probably hear us, right? Oh, shit. Okay, hide behind the suit of armor. He set the dogs
Hid
off.
behind the armor and
Oh,
waited for
okay.
developments.
Set the dogs off.
Hey, you. I know you are there, American. All right, you dogs. I'm coming.
Hey, he can't see me. He's stupid! Okay, well, I think we've done it. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. Yeah, slip past an overprotective gardener. We did it. Hi. Sorry to break into your house.
Madre Dios. Who are you?
My name's George Stobbart. I'm sorry to burst in like this.
You must leave at once. You're not wanted here.
Please, if you'd just listen a minute.
Very well. State your business, Senor Stobbart.
Templar
There's been a
Cross.
series of murders, part of some conspiracy. Anyway, the trail led me here.
Here? There is nothing for the outside world here.
Over 600 years ago there was.
What do you mean?
This whole thing ties in somehow with the Knights Templar.
The Knights Templar are dust.
They had a secret that was so important, they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
I do not see what this has to do with my family.
Your family had a strong connection with the Templars, right? I
Was a
believe
Templar.
that they have planted some clues here.
Why should I believe a complete stranger who barges into my home?
Just let me have a look around. If I find nothing...
You'll be spending the night at the police station.
That's completely fair.
Very well. Please, sit down.
Thank you.
Okay.
I know your family is involved with the Templars, but I don't know how.
You should be asking how my family were involved, Senor Stobbart. The Templars ceased to exist centuries ago. And as for the De Vasconcelos, the line dies with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay. Want to shake my hand?
Would you like to shake hands?
A formal bow will suffice.
Okay, that's good. Right. Let's show her the tripod.
No.
Oh. What about the gem?
Maybe not.
But it's this Templar. Let's ask her about the Templars.
Okay. Whatever happened almost 700 years ago. So, if the Templars left any clues, they're going to be in stuff that dates back to the early 14th century.
Obviously.
So, what do you have around here that's early medieval?
Early medieval. Let me think. Well, the house is relatively modern, a scant 3 centuries old. Or, of course, the chess set.
Oh.
That chess set is over 600 years old?
Oh.
It must be worth a fortune.
Indeed it is. Not that I would part with it, of course.
No, I wouldn't either. That's the sort of thing that gets handed down to your children. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, she
Its
doesn't have two
value
children.
is less than you might think. The set is not complete.
Oh.
One of the pieces is a modern replacement. As to the original, it was lost a long time ago.
Nobody has any idea where it is?
No. The children had it when they were taken.
Children? What children?
All in good time, Senor.
Oh.
Stobbart.
Okay.
May I examine the chess set?
Certainly. But do not move any of the pieces.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Close up, the modern piece stood out like a sore thumb. There was something else odd about the set. All of the original pieces had irregular bases.
Oh.
My
Uh-oh.
lady, I have to warn you, there's a...
Hello!
You! Why, I'll feed you to the dogs.
Lopez, what have I told you about feeding intruders to the dogs?
But, my lady...
Never without my permission. Senor Stobbart, if I find that you're wasting my time, you will be fed to the dogs.
Completely fair.
Now, I want to show you something interesting. Follow me.
Thank you. Nice lady.
Lopez, unlock the door, por favor.
Aha. This looks old.
This is the only remaining structure on the estate contemporary with the Templars.
Nice. What is it, a summer house?
A mausoleum, Senor Stobbart.
Oh.
Come with me.
A little bit less happy.
Hey, senor.
Yeah?
I do not know what you have told my lady to be shown these favors, but I do not trust you.
That's fine.
You've got nothing to worry about. Aren't you coming in?
No, the dead do not interest me. My garden is a living thing. I will be there.
Okay. That's fair. Oh wow, look at this place.
Wow, this is old.
It was constructed in the 13th century as the final resting place for the De Vasconcelos Templars.
It's well maintained.
These are my ancestors, and they deserve respect.
Yeah, that's fair.
I come here at least once a week to say a prayer for them.
Mind if I have a look around?
By all means.
Right, okay. So we've got a window which is open. Let's have a look at the lectern first. Imagine it's a Bible on there, right? Oh, a
On
chessboard.
removing the Bible, I found a pattern on the lectern top. Hey, it's a checkerboard! Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern. Some of the squares had little jagged holes in the middle. The lectern top had a close up over a checker. Some of the squares.
Okay. We close the window.
Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again. I couldn't climb up there without breaking something. Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit. I couldn't reach up there. It was too delicate to move.
Okay, let's talk to her about the chess set, because she's got a chess set, and that's...
May I ask you something?
You may ask.
The chessboard.
What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on the lectern, purely decorative, I'm sure.
There are pieces of glass missing from it.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
Yeah.
The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard, and the gaps are for...
Chess pieces.
Senor Stobbart. You cannot mean...
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set is as old as the Templars.
Yep.
It's kind of suggestive, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think this must be it. This is what the manuscript is pointing to.
This is extraordinary.
There we go. Now she's on board.
Am I to understand that the Templars left a puzzle here?
Yep.
And in all of this time, we failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
Yep.
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
Right. Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity.
Ah, here we go.
Senor Stobbart? This mystery has had a good long run, but it ends here and now.
All those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
Lopez! Lopez! Put that hold down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set. Yes, the old chess set!
She's excited.
Oh, damn the game! Now, hurry! This is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
Me either.
It's good to see you happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
Oh, bless her.
Is the Virgin Mary really the right person to be sharing a mausoleum with 5 knights?
You are showing your ignorance, Senor Stobbart.
Okay.
The Templars were dedicated to the Virgin Mary.
That's a big candle. Where would you buy a thing like that from?
You could not. It is an antique, unique to my knowledge.
Just how old is it?
It dates from the Middle Ages, when the Moors controlled Spain.
Right.
The candle was to be lit as a signal to the estate workers if the Moors attacked.
Oh, okay.
You certainly know your history.
What's your opinion of the Templars, Senor Stobbart?
The Templars? Well, they seem no worse than a lot of the knightly orders.
You are mistaken. Compared to the simpering politicians of the Hospitallers or the brutish Teutonics, the Knights Templar were the embodiment of chivalry. The filthy, money-grabbing French king and his pet pope did a great wrong.
I mean,
A
she's
bane
fair.
settled upon my family at the whim of that self-seeking tyrant.
It was all a long time ago.
Some things don't die. Injustice is one of them.
Yeah, she does make a fair point.
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse and everything?
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars.
Don Carlos had already left their ranks to become a scholar.
Don Carlos, is he the guy who went missing?
Si, but he had reckoned without the local bishop. Their bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance.
Right.
But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened to Don Carlos?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again.
Hence the missing mausoleum here. Aha! He's here.
Ah, Lopez, you have the pieces.
Si, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobbart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobbart's motives are pure.
Very well, my lady.
Yep, I'm not here to harm an old lady.
My lady seems to trust you.
But you don't.
No, senor.
That's fair. The lady does. And she's in charge, so...
It fits, Senor Stobbart. It fits.
Working quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
Huh. Oh, but there's a piece missing, isn't there? Oh, I don't have to do this myself, do I? I don't know how to do chess. Okay. How do we win the game as white? Give me the hint. Yeah, I don't know how to do chess. I've never played chess before. I'm sure there's a correct order for it, but... King to d3. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so if we've got one, we can work out the others. King d3. Ah, there we go, okay. Aha!
Senor Stobbart, look!
What is that? It's not the Holy Grail, is it?
No, Senor Stobbart. It is the communion chalice of the De Vasconcelos, missing for almost 700 years.
Well, there you go.
Well, go on.
I cannot. I can hardly believe it is real.
Go ahead. Live a little.
Are you sure? This is your moment of
your
triumph,
estate.
Senor Stobbart.
That's your estate.
Sure, I'm sure. The possibility of death traps only occurred to me a few days later.
Oh, yeah. Ta-da! Aww.
So the curse of the De Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no, the Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice. But there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestors' tomb.
It's probably all linked.
You're as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing.
Yeah.
The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will.
Yeah, I think they're all linked.
This is the chalice I discovered in Spain.
I still can't figure out why the Countess gave it to you. After losing it for all those years, she simply gave it away to a total stranger? She's one prawn short of a paella.
The Countess is a fine lady. You shouldn't compare her with seafood.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on between you and that Countess.
Are you serious? She's old enough to be my grandmother. Did I show you the chalice?
Yes, George, you did.
Do I sense some I know.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Jealousy, Nicole? Okay, so we've got the chalice now. That's one step further forward, but where does that lead us? Okay, so that's the knight here.
The Knight Scroll bears a phrase in Latin.
This is Don Carlos, right?
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
Yeah, I don't think we... Maybe we go show the...
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Go show to Andre, maybe. Andre might know what it is. Aha! Recover an ancient artifact from the Costa Quesada. I think that's how it's pronounced. Okay. Lobano told me when Master's location. I used to investigate. Okay, so we need to go to Montfaucon. Okay. Ah, look, there's actually people here now. Let's have a chat with the policeman again.
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
Maybe not.
I'll see you around.
Look, there's a juggler.
Hey, you with the ball.
Oh, God. It's not a mime. Okay. Let's shake my hand.
It didn't seem right to fry somebody's palm when they make their living with their hands.
Oh.
Does this grease paint mean anything to you?
It looks like one of mine, or at least another jongleur.
Or a clown?
Mais naturellement, a clown.
Hardly a breakthrough.
True. Would you like a nose?
Look, a red nose.
Oh, you say, whoop-de-doo.
Okay.
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle.
You're
that makes you
juggling.
a juggler.
Yeah.
No, I am a jongleur.
The jongler? What's
Same
that?
thing, isn't it?
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist, a master of the contragravitique aeroballetique mysteries. In centuries past, the courts of the crowned heads of Europe and the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Right.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles and Jonglers throwing balls around.
Yeah.
I don't think so. What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, their last Grand Master, Jacques Dumoulin, was burned on an island in the Seine in 1314.
Because you've read the
Wow.
plaque.
You're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Yep.
That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Let's give it a
I
go.
had no idea what I was doing. But this guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be?
How hard could it be, eh?
A
Oh,
lot
John.
more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Not so easy after all, is it?
No, I guess not. Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I think we have to get rid of this guy here to get rid of the manhole cover up. I wonder if we...
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
Look, a red nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
A clown?
No, if so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it. I couldn't open it with my bare hands.
Yeah, we need to get rid of the juggler.
In the middle of the square, I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
Oh, okay.
There was a small crowd of 5 sightseers. It's a weird thing, but you can take the most intelligent people in the world, put them in their vacation duds, and hey presto, they look like morons. Why is that?
Very true.
The juggler was good. Why he couldn't put that kind of application into getting a real job?
Oh, George, that's very judgmental.
No, maybe he just liked dressing up like a horse's ass.
Oh, Georgie. Go to the cafe. No?
A typically Parisian sidewalk cafe. Last time I visited one of those, it blew up.
Oh,
I
yeah.
decided I was happy enough right where I was.
Yeah, probably for the best. Let's talk to him about the juggler.
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
What do you think of the juggler?
Ah, he is excellent, most watchable.
But he's blocking the thoroughfare and obstructing traffic.
So, he is amusing. The traffic isn't. If he wants to block it, who am I to say no?
You're
Okay.
a cop.
Ah, oui. So I am. Ah, well.
I don't think he's going to get rid of him.
So you're not going to do anything about this guy?
No.
He probably doesn't even have a license.
Ah, a license. This I had not considered.
So what are you going to do?
The instant I return to the station, I shall check.
Return to the station? Why not just ask him?
And spoil his concentration. What
Right.
kind of a barbarian do you take me for?
I'll see you around.
Oui.
Hello again, officer.
Hello.
Oh, we got to talk to him about the red nose.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Ah, you are a clown.
Do I look like a clown?
No. Although you juggle like one.
Here we go.
Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Who ever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a
Right.
pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur. You have it.
Right, okay.
I'll see you around.
Oui.
Let's try again, shall we?
Hi
then?
again. Oui? I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps.
I just had an insight into presentation.
So now we put the red nose on.
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Okay, now for my secret weapon.
The nose. There you go.
The juggler was speechless with rage. I could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls
And buggered off.
and left in a fury. Hey! You forgot one of your balls! Hey! But he didn't hear.
Oh, we have gained
Better
a juggler's
still,
ball.
deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Aha! Yeah, we got rid of him as well. What about you guys? You gonna piss off? No? You guys don't care if I open the sewer? Right. Just going in the sewer, don't mind me, guys. You saw nothing. Definitely wasn't a man going into the sewers. Oh wow, look at this. A random boat. What's with George going into bloody French sewers?
On the boat was a winching machine.
Right. Oh, we're going to break down one of these.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone.
About this guy.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
Aha. Put the hook on there. Oh, no. Yeah.
The inscription was hard to...
About this one.
Close up, I could see a faded inscription. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe.
Oh, the sewer key. Like, bash it in. This is the flaky one, right? Oh.
Hey, that's hollow. It was time for some brutal destruction.
Smash. Ah, here we go. Mechanism.
Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken through, and behind it were some cogs and a lever.
Then hook onto there. Okay, I get it. Should open the door. No. You have to put the chain on there.
Here goes. Hey, cool.
Ah.
I'd pulled the lever right over. Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism solid.
Then use the hook, right? Yeah, there we go. And now pull the handle. And then we should be in. Ta-da! We're in. Oh wow, look at this. Look for the gap.
In the beginning was the end. An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness.
That's the...
In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them.
We recognize two of these
A blind
people.
belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. The millennium is almost upon us, and everything is in place for the rise of our new order.
The Templars.
Almost. Professor, where is the broken sword?
Oh,
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
Yep.
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin.
Oh,
he's an assassin. Plain
Khan
and simple.
Khan's working against
That's not
you.
what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Oh.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Oh.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
And he killed the other one.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
Right, sounds like we're off to Syria then, I guess. Are they still there?
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The new millennium will belong to us. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princes of this world!
And princess. Oh, off they all go on the boat. Casual sexism. That's what that is. Okay, now we can go down. Now we're not going to be in danger of getting shot or something. Or stabbed or whatever. We have unearthed a global conspiracy. And this looks like a place to put her.
There was a large circle marked out on the floor with a stump in the middle. Around the circle, I could see words inlaid into the stone.
Okay, what does the word say?
On the circle's circumference were the Templar seal and 2 Latin phrases. Non omnis moriar, and clarior e tenebris. I shall not die completely, the brighter from the darkness.
Huh.
I noticed 3 small notches around the edge of the stump's top.
I wonder what goes in there. The tripod and the gem. Okay, now what? Ah!
The light, falling from above, struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays, and each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the seal, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Okay, there we go. We found the use for the tripod
Nico,
and
I've seen them.
the Templars.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars.
Yep. Ugh.
They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them.
He's actually the good guy.
These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
It's got to be the place in Syria, right?
Marib is a village in Syria.
There you
Then
go.
the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
I have
Why
to.
not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Guess we don't really need them anymore. Okay.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, George.
George is going to have a nap first. You can have a nap on the plane. Okay. Off to Syria we go then. Witness the gathering of a powerful conspirators. Yep, there we go. Off to Syria we go. Kitty cat! Let's say hello to the kitty cat. Okay, the kitty cat doesn't...
As I didn't see the point of going all the way over there to get scratched, I stayed where I was.
Okay. Ring the bell. Okay.
Hey there, young fella. Speak ye you the English? Speak you the Anglais? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, si, and indeed we, and rather better than you by the sound of it. My name is Nijo. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
Aha. Wonder if he knows anything about
Does
anything.
the word Templar mean anything to you?
Templar. Ah, Templar. Huh? Templar. Why, yes, of course.
It does?
Yes. A splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Chatteris.
featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television program featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow. And a stick man with a halo. Bing!
Right, okay. What about your dad?
Is that your father lurking in the back of the stand?
He is indeed a roaring fellow. Ayub's his name.
You don't sound like you respect him very much.
Don't I? Not only do I respect him, I rather like him. For all his bluster, we get on very well.
I mean, here's your dad. What about your kitty cat?
That's not a very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. It just rests where it pleases.
Oh, okay.
It pleases to rest there. As Kipling would say, it is a cat that walks by itself.
Fiercely independent.
And it smells.
Oh, poor kitty.
So all Templar means to you is Roger Moore.
I only watched it for the stick man with the halo. Bing! He was better animated.
Oh, okay.
So this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
What about you, then?
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves and Wooster. Hussy, Fink, Nottle, Aunt Agatha. What ho?
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
No.
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
Shake my hand.
Here, shake hands, Nijo.
I'd rather not, sir. At least not while you've got that shake and shock buzzer clumsily concealed in your palm.
Ah. Worth a try, though.
Oh, you noticed.
Outlawed in 3 separate arms limitation conventions, those are.
Oh, okay.
So I'm correct in saying that the word Templar doesn't mean much to you.
Well, there was the Order of Knights who were wiped out in an Inquisition in
There we go.
1312, I suppose.
That's them. What else do you know?
Just how much information do you think there is on a Trivial Pursuit card?
Oh.
What? Really, the evil edition. We had it on the stand a couple of years ago. Ask me what a feuter is. Go on. I know all this stuff.
Never mind.
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man before?
No, sir. I'm glad to say. Cold eyes.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, forget about the Templars for a minute. What do you know about Knights?
Like the Crusaders, they came to the East on an insane and pointless mission. They sacrificed thousands of lives, including their own, for insensate pride.
Fair enough.
How anyone can find them romantic confounds me.
Fair enough. Do you like my ball?
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything. One day, when I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Are you serious?
In deadly earnest. People will come from far and wide to see my
Yes?
collection. The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hordes of so-called fine
I think he's
art.
being... I think he's
Answer me this.
a bit pedantic.
What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot bounce it off a wall?
You may have a point.
A comedian. No surprise there.
Yeah.
Do you know the name Merlin?
I'm afraid not, old bean.
Okay. What about this?
What do you make of this?
Well, beyond the obvious, very little. That pattern seems very familiar, though.
What do you think of this?
Excellent workmanship. 12th work. 13th century.
Yes.
I wish I had things like that for sale.
What about my dirty tissue?
What do you make of this?
A man-sized double-ply
This
tissue
kid's clever.
stained with Bestheimer's number 12 white pancake grease paint, apparently.
This plaster was very useful in Ireland.
Really? Your fund of travelers' tales never ceases to enthrall me.
Okay, I don't think we're getting
So long,
anything.
Nijo.
Poodle pip, sir.
Bless him, but I don't think we're getting a lot out of him. What about the tourists? This is Pearl,
Hello.
I think.
I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name's George. I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George.
I was...
My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I remember Pearl,
Okay,
yeah.
Pearl. I was...
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot.
I'll shake my hand.
I liked her too much to zap her with the buzzer.
Aww. How about this?
Does this matchbook mean anything
We
to
need
you?
to like track this
You're
thing.
a phenomenon.
Don't they have secret handshakes?
Oh, George, now you're teasing.
What about Nijo? Do you like
Have
Nijo?
you talked to the boy on the bric-a-brac stand?
Oh, you've met him? His name's Nijo, you know. Oh, he's just so cute, I could die. I'd love to bundle him up and take him back to Ohio.
He might not thank you.
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. Something to impress the folks back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
Okay.
What do you think of this chalice?
Now that's really pretty.
Have you seen this
Have
man?
you seen this man before?
No. A friend of yours?
No.
No, not really. Have you ever heard of anybody calling himself Merlin?
Merlin?
No, Merlin. Merlin. There's an O in there.
Moulin?
You haven't, have you?
No, darling. No Moulin.
Okay. What about Knights Templar?
Have you ever heard of a group of knights called the Templars?
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The
That's
Holy Something and the Holy Something Else, I can't quite recall. I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me.
So, tell me a little about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greetings card company in a cute little place called Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little? Is
That's-
your husband around, Pearl?
That's Dwayne over
Well, as a matter of fact, yes, he is. Sorry to disappoint you.
there. Okay.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George.
Okay, let's go talk to...
Hi, I was wondering whether you could help me.
This is Dwayne.
Why, sure, son. Always got time for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy. I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne? My name's George Stobbart.
Oh, wow, a lot to ask. Okay,
I saw a medieval picture of a woman. Royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man with 3 faces. What do you think of that?
I think you should be in therapy.
Oh, okay. Okay, what about this? Do you know this
Does
then?
this matchbook mean anything to you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Okay.
Do you know the name Merlin?
Nope.
What about this
Have you
dude?
seen this man before?
Maybe. Where'd you get it?
I just picked it up somewhere.
Sure. I'm always picking up photos of complete strangers and then asking around.
Ow! Damn it!
There. I've got another picture of a complete stranger. Maybe I'll ask around about this one.
I mean, he's got a point, right?
Do you think bulls have any significance around here?
Weird question, George. Nope, I don't think they have.
Do you mind if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
The Knights Templar?
Yep.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Well, you knew they were an order of knights.
What I know and what I say are two different things, boy.
Yeah.
I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business without knowing that.
In this business?
Sure. The greetings card business.
Oh,
Sure.
please.
Yeah, sure.
Does the image of a knight holding a crystal ball mean anything to you?
Hell no. What would a knight want with a hunk of glass?
I don't know. That's the prob.
What's wrong, boy?
It's not a crystal ball.
Oh.
It all came together in my head. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The
The
strange
lens.
perspective of the manuscript. It's a lens.
Yep.
Have you talked to Nijo?
Nijo? He's the youngster on that junk stand, right? Yeah, we've met him. He's a smart kid. Speaks 4 languages, and he's never had a day's formal education. He should go far. Kept trying to peddle garbage on us, though.
You're not going to find much worthwhile around here.
I know that, and you know that. But try telling Pearl. She reckons there's antiquities in them door stands.
Right.
What does Pearl do for a living?
Oh, I run a greetings card company, and Pearl writes the poems for him. You ought to ask her to recite some.
What about you,
You're a long
Dwayne?
way from home, Dwayne.
Could say the same about you, George.
Me? Well, I'm just sightseeing, that's all.
Without a camera, kinda lags to come all this way.
Uh-huh.
Not take pictures. Mind if I take a picture of you, George?
What? Why? Ow! You could have warned me.
You don't mind, do you, George? The folks back home will be real interested.
Uh-huh.
What exactly do you do, Dwayne?
Didn't I say? Oh, I run a greeting card company. Yep, we're based in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland? Pearl said you're in Akron.
What was that?
Nothing. Just thinking out loud.
It's all a ruse, isn't it? Shake my hand.
Shake hands, Dwayne.
Why?
Just being friendly.
Let's just be friendly by keeping our hands to ourselves. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Yeah, there's something about Dwayne, isn't there? Okay, let's have a nose around. Well, the sparkle's set to go this way, so who am I to argue?
Unfortunately, I had neither the time nor the money to buy anything.
Hello, Mr. Rugman. Oh, yes, the secret entrance. I remember this.
Hello, sir. Lovely carpet.
I'll show him this, I think.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Ah, give to me. Give to me. Alamut.
There we go. We're in. There it is. There's the symbol. I don't know one had heard of it. It's like a village in Syria. Hello.
Many beneficent greetings, my most fortunate possible friend.
Huh? Do I know you, mister?
No. No. And again I say, no. But, my friend, do you not see our mutual good fortune in this meeting?
How frank do you want me to be?
You are a traveler, yes?
Boy, you must be the world's greatest detective.
No. I am told that is Sherlock Holmes of the big forehead and slipper full of shag. I, as contrast, am world's greatest luxury taxi driver.
I can see where this is going.
I am Ultar, taxi driver and luxury guide per excellent. Yes.
This I had to hear.
Right.
Where does your heart desire to go? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant, and we shall fly there, swift as the eagle.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but I'm sure that if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Is good. You know where you want to go, you come to Ultar.
Thanks. Okay. See you around, Ultar.
Be having a pleasant day, full of shining experiences and happiness, my friend.
What a nice guy. Let's talk to the manager.
Nice club you've got here. I was wondering if you could help me. What? I mean, I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
No surprise there, all righty. He says sorry, but he not speak English.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't say anything.
He not have tongue.
No tongue? What happened?
It was bet.
And he lost.
He won. You should see other chappie. Oh, yes.
Okay, now we're here. What do we do?
Damn, the door's locked. I'm sorry? Did you say something?
He say you not to go in toilet. Read sign, matey.
Matey?
It lose something in translation.
By staring hard at the notice and squinting, I discovered I couldn't understand a word of it.
Right, okay.
Hello again, friend. There wasn't much point in trying to launch an in-depth conversation.
Yeah.
When I couldn't speak Arabic, and he couldn't speak. Period.
True.
Hello again, Ultar.
Great hellos, munificent foreigner, and possible future client.
Well, you never know. Would you...
He's most agreeable.
Okay. Shake my hand.
Shake my hand, Ultar.
Ha ha. Remind me of thing that happened month ago. Maybe 6. Man come up to Ultar, say, shake hands, Ultar. But man have electric buzz thing in his hand.
Oh,
oh, we laugh. Then I broke his arms.
Okay. We'll pass.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
Of course.
Yes? What can you tell me?
Great she-bop band of the 60s.
No, that's not really...
Who put the bop in the bop, 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 bop?
Yeah, eternal questions. What do you make of that boy in the market, Nejo?
Nejo? Ha! Ayub's boy is too big for sandals. I speak splendid English and he laugh. He say, Ultar, you big ox, you split infinitive. I say, I split your head if you stay still long enough. Ha 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 ha! Ho 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 ho! Pretty funny, yes?
Hilarious. You should be on cable. This place is certainly hard to find.
Oh yes, it is most exclusive. The membership can be no more than... Kind sir, what would you guess the population of the village to be?
Gee, I don't know, a couple of thousand?
Pen, I would estimate the membership to be no more than a couple of thousand.
Okay, what about Dwayne and Pearl?
Have you met the American couple?
Have Ultar met them? Have Ultar met them? Yes, Ultar have met them.
And?
They most ungenerous. Ultar offer to show them wonders of countryside. They say, is there anything ancient? Ultar say, yes, of course. Nature is ancient. They say, no, anything ancient made by men. And Ultar say, have you seen Taxi? Van belt older than Ozymandias. Ha 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 ha! But they gone.
Could you tell me what that sign means?
It's a Doors stay shut until Brush come back. Signed, the management.
Oh.
Ah.
Well, what does that mean?
Manager buy lovely new toilet brush, leaves it by wash basin for 10 minutes. Come back, it's been stolen. Not even out of wrapper. He damn cross. Lock up toilet and say, nobody use fine pristine toilet until brush given back.
Right.
He say, what we do till then, eh? He say, cross legs and use superior willpower.
And that's what you've been doing?
No. Ultar use bucket.
Okay, do you recognize this guy?
Have you seen this man before?
Oh, most certainly. Was here only yesterday.
Here? Yesterday? My God, he's close.
Yes, he was asking a lot of questions, just like you.
What did he ask about?
He asked about American called Stobby.
Oh shit,
Stobbart?
he knows
Yes,
about us.
Stobbart. You know him.
The killer knew my name. What else did he ask about?
He asked about German man called Klobner.
I tried to remember the name of the man the conspiracy had lost in Syria. Was his name Klausner?
Sure, that is what Ultar said. Klausner. I told this man in the picture, Klausner wanted to go up to Bull's Head.
Aha.
Hold on. He wanted to go where?
Bull's Head. Big hill, 10 mile out of town. Maybe 60.
When was that?
Oh, maybe a week ago.
That's where we need to
Tell
go.
me about this Bull's Head Hill.
It's most magnificent. Lovely views. Worth visiting. Yes, by indeedity.
How do I get there? No. Let me guess.
Yeah.
You need fine luxury guide to take you there in air-conditioned taxi.
Yep.
Woe is me. Where can I find such a guide?
And Ultar is most luxurious guide for most literally some way, in any direction.
Gee willikers, lucky old me.
Let's go
Are
then.
you desirous of my pleasant and luxuriant service?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
First, I regret the formalities. A trip to the Bull's Head. 50 Yankee dollars, please.
$50? I don't have $50.
Oh, most unhappy event. Ultar, then sorry,
Okay,
but
what
he
can we
cannot
get you?
take you on ride of
What can we get you
lifetime.
instead then?
Hold on, Ultar. Is there nothing I could barter with you?
Word that it was so, beloved friend. But my taxi needs gas, and its muffler needs the muffler doctor. Trading for these things is not possible. My heart weeps for the injustice, but it's box or zip, or unfortunate American.
Okay.
About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous of
Well, maybe.
a terrific bargain?
50? Well, I still don't have any cash on me, American or otherwise.
Oh, the delights of the Bull.
Okay.
Have a look at this.
Shiny.
Okay. Do you want the ball?
What do you think of this ball?
Is most splendid, mister.
Right, okay.
See you around, Ultar.
Where you?
I think we need to come back with some money. I think. Let's see. Manager at the club wants his brush returned. Right, so we've got to go find his brush. Have a look at the market. Let's go do that then. I don't think this guy's got a brush, right? I think I remember where the brush is. You can see it there, look. There's that brush there. Okay, well, I actually have to leave it here for today, guys. We will continue next time where we will go take our little trip to the Bull's Head. So thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you everyone who has been watching on YouTube. Much appreciated. If you would leave the video a like and also subscribe if you are new here as well. Thank you ever so much for watching. Take it easy, everyone. I'll see you again really soon. Bye.